only thing that works with a narcissist. You're trying to get a narcissist to listen to you. And especially when it comes to negotiating with a narcissist, it ain't gonna work when you think that you're gonna try to get them to acknowledge you, see your side, hear your version, listen to you, play upon all the things that you might have done for them. It's so hard. I was having a conversation with some of the people in my certification program just this past week, and some of them were really saying to me how angry they are, how filled with rage they are. And I get it. I've been there. I've been where you are. Because the problem that you have is that you are on the side of feeling like you had this life and you're now here and you're trying to communicate with them and you're trying to get them to listen to you. And you're in this place of wanting them to hear you and wanting them to feel something about what you've been through, thinking that somewhere in there, they're going to get to some place of understanding your position of this, but they're not going to. And that's what is so hard to wrap your head around. And that's the very essence of this. When you're having a conversation with them and you're like trying to get to the other side, when you're negotiating with them, when you're communicating with them, when you're having this back and forth, and you're thinking, there's got to be something there where I see a human being and I'm a human being. There must be something that's similar, other than the fact that, let me just say this, all human beings want to feel seen, heard, and know that they matter. The difference is when you're dealing with a narcissist, they just can't see anything but themselves. They just can't. And anything other than themselves is just kind of like noise. And so when you're trying to communicate with them about your needs or your wants or your wishes or what happened with you or taking accountability for themselves or anything like that, that's when it just gets into, this is a heavy conversation, or this is just a difficult conversation, or where are we going with this? It's Charlie Brown, wah, wah, wah. I'm not doing this. I can't do this. Their brain just can't go there. They're not able to process what you want them to be able to process. It's like asking somebody to do something with arms if they don't have arms. And you have to be able to just understand it like that. That part of their brain is just not functioning in the same way that your brain functions. They had trauma to their brain. It's just not going to happen. So forget about getting them to see your side, acknowledge you. You're not going to do it. And so if you think at the beginning of a negotiation that you're going to garner some kind of favor by giving them something, and they're going to go, oh, look at that, they did something, and I see that, and now I'm going to acknowledge that. They just see that you gave them something that belonged to them, and now they're entitled to that, and that's that. So the only thing that's going to work for them is if you do something, either what I call fluff or favor vomit later, where you are fluffing up their ego in order to get something that you want. Oh, you're so great at this. Look at you. Wow. You're so amazing. And it's all within the prism of how wonderful they are and then you just go vomit later. And then you can even, like in a negotiation, make it their idea. They're none the wiser. You can even throw them off about what it is that you want. Oh my God, I can't believe you got that. Oh, wow. You do your best Meryl Streep or Robert De Niro or whoever your favorite person is. Or you can alternatively have to create leverage where you are going to threaten a source of supply that's more important for them to keep than the supply that they're getting from manipulating you, which is that tiered supply system, which is what I talk about, which is that diamond level supply, which is their image, their reputation, and then that what I call coal level supply, which is manipulating you. Because if you don't ever figure out what those supply sources are, they're probably never going to leave you alone. And that's how you can get them to leave you alone, is create what I call strategy, leverage, anticipate, and you, which is my SLAY method. And that's it. I mean, they're actually very simple to understand. They're just difficult people, but they're very simple to understand. Kind of like an amoeba, as far as like how simple they are to understand, but they're extremely difficult people. The only way to deal with them and communicate with them is just to understand that that is what's happening inside their brain. It's never going to be this way. It's never going to be a two-sided relationship. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by US News as a best lawyer in America, best-selling book. I do know what I'm talking about. I've done thousands of mediations, hundreds of trials. I've seen them in all different forms, all different shapes, all different sizes, all different colors, different demographics, covert, overt, all the different types. They're the same. And if you want to be able to get what you want, be able to move on, I would say, get what you want, send them light, but from over there, you got to create an invisible shield down around you and move forward, because you cannot negotiate with them and deal with them in the same way that you can with other personalities, because there's a trauma that's gone on in their head, in their brain, there's damage to the limbic system that happened when they were children. It may have even continued on into childhood, depending on what happened as time went on. You're not fixing it. It's not going to be fixed. It's hard enough to fix ourselves, right? We have a hard enough time with changing our own neural pathways. I always say I can never leave my own thoughts unsupervised. So you can't change another person's neural pathways. It's not going to happen. So the only thing that you can do is fix yourself. If you need additional help, I definitely encourage you to get my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. If you like this video, like it, share it, make sure you subscribe here, hit that notification bell, and just know that there is help and support out there for you. But there's not going to be any other ways to get narcissists to respect you other than that. This is the only thing that works when you're dealing with a narcissist. The next video that I want you to watch is This Is What a Narcissist with Your Silence. See you in the next. I'm Rebecca Zung. Remember today to start negotiating your best life. Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses, through their digital products, at the touch of a button, on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me. At shop.rebeccazung.com, you can access your store from all over the world, just the touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place, and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife.